press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello children, how are you? I hope that all are doing good, is it? So today I am here with you with another lesson. The name of the lesson is The Summit Within. The Summit Within. Here I have written the name of the meaning called summit. Summit means the top of the mountain, or you may call peak, the highest point of a mountain that is called as a summit. Within one who look into her inner self, that is called within. So here the name of the writer is H.P.S. Ahluwalia. So here he is a Major Haripal Singh Ahluwalia. So he was a mountaineer, he was a writer, okay, and he was a social worker, and he worked in a army. He was a retired Indian Army officer, okay, and he was born on 6th November 1936 in Sialkot, Pakistan. So when he was born, so during that period, India was not liberated from the rule of the Britishers, okay, so we can call them Pakistan, that was situated in Sialkot, okay, but he is an Indian. He was a mountaineer, author, a social worker, and a retired Indian Army officer, and he was honored with award like Padma Bhushan, and his works called the books which he was written, that is Higher Than Everest, Then Beyond the Himalaya. So these are the books, so which is based on his experience when he was started journey. So he wanted to become a mountaineer, and there he got a determination that he has to reach the top of the mountain, that is Mount Everest, okay. So here in this lesson, the writer, the Ahluwalia, is discussed about, he says about his experience about when he was reached to the top of the mountain. So what he feels, so what is his emotions? Is he feel that he wanted to break a record? He wanted to achieve to the mountain, that is the last destination, that last aim of his life? No, actually his emotions, his feelings towards that journey, and he was finished that journey, it is totally different from the people who are thinking, okay. So what we are thinking, so what we think, like some people who are made some records, or he has reached, so we can't see that how much he was dedicated himself or herself to reach that place, is it? We can't see that. So when we get to know about that person, that he had got with lots of obstacles, he has got through the lot of the mental dilemmas, confusion, then stress, then anxieties, there so many negative thoughts. So then we feel proud. We feel proud that the person has achieved this. So how he was achieved, is it? So here the same case about the writer, that is Ahluwalia, says his experience. So when he was started his journey, and when he was finished his journey, okay. So what he was thought. So in what way he was thinking during that period, okay, when he was reached the top of the mountain, is it? So let's say in this lesson, I hope that today's class is going to be an interesting and somewhat thrill, excitement and adventure, is it? So because so all the the experiences what he shares here, it gives us somewhat thrill. It's not easy task to climb a mountain like Everest, is it? So this is about. So you all know that the world's largest, it's not largest, it's the highest mountain in the world is the Mount Everest, is it? So its height is 8,858 meters, okay. So here I want to tell some brief explanation about the people who has reached to the mountain, who are the first people are, okay. Here the first you may call the men who are visited to the Mount Everest, who climbed the Mount Everest, that is Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay. So these two people has reached to the Mount Everest. Mount Everest in the year 1953, that is on 29th of May. Okay, so they made the record, and these two people, they have reached to the top of the mountain, that is Mount Everest. Okay, so this is, and I told you, so what is its height? Its height is 8,848 meters from above sea level, so above the ground. The people first reached to the mountain, so these are that, and later they made some of the trainings. They gave some of the trainings to the people who wanted to go to the mountain and look, and they wanted to make it to find themselves, the people who are having an adventure, the people who have a thrill. So those people, they are inspiring, okay, and they will give a guidance to how to reach and what are the problems they are facing and how they are going to face. Okay, so let's see in this lesson. I'm going to begin a lesson, and I'm going to reading this lesson, and later I will explain you. And while I'm explaining, I will tell you the new words meaning, so you have to write down, and then it is good for you for a future reference and for a exam. Okay, so mention, that is the new words. Okay, Major HPS Ahluwalia was a member of the first successful Indian expedition to Mount Everest in 1965. HPS means, here I have written full form, that is Major Haripal Singh Ahluwalia. Okay, Major, he is a retired Indian Army officer. Okay, so this is about, and he was a member of a Indian expedition to Mount Everest. Okay, so here there are so many other people who are wanted to climb the Mount Everest. In 1965, so they have reached to the mountain, that is 1965. How did he feel when he stood on the highest point in the world? So when he reached to the top of the Mount Everest, that is at the peak of the Mount Everest, so how he would feel? So what is his experiences? What is his feelings are? Let us hear his story in his words. Climbing the summit, and then the more difficult task of climbing the summit with him. Okay, so here Major Ahluwalia is not saying about physically the problems what he faced, but even mentally also. See, here I have written here oneself. It is nothing but within means it's about a mind. Okay, so it's about mind. Within means it's about a mind, oneself. Okay, not only our physical body is suffering, not only we are suffering physically, but mentally also. So who is saying here? That is Ahluwalia, and how he made himself determined to his way. So, okay, because sometimes they feel that so they can go back and they can stop the journey. They cannot finish that what they have made it, is it? So they wanted to get back, but later this mind says no, move ahead. Okay, go ahead, and there you will find your destination. So this is here. Let's see what is there in this lesson. Of all the emotions which surged through me as I stood on the summit of Everest, looking over miles of panorama below us, the dominant one, I think, was humility. Okay, of all emotions which surged means arose suddenly and intensely. So when he was when he was standing on the top of the Mount Everest, okay, the peak of the Mount Everest, so what his emotions are? So his emotions are on the summit of Everest. Summit means, I told you, top of the Mount Everest. Okay, looking over miles of panorama. Panorama, underline the word and take down the meaning. Panorama means, that is humbleness. Okay, humbleness below us. The dominant one, I think, was humility. Sorry, panorama is not a humbleness. So panorama is a view of a wide area. Humility is a humbleness. Okay, panorama, it is a wide area of a mountain, that is the Himalayan mountain, and there is a Mount Everest. Okay, so it is a wide area, and there he will feel that. So what a humbleness. Okay, the humility, he can feel that. The physical in me seemed to say, thank God it's all over. However, instead of being jubilant, there was a tinge of sadness. Okay, so here the meaning called jubilant means very happy because of success. Then tinge means tries or shade. Instead of being happy, when he was reached to the top of the mountain, Mount Everest, so there he feels that thank God all over. So I have succeeded in my life, that I have reached the Mount Everest. No. So he's not feeling excited. He's not happy for that. It seems that he is sad. He is sad. That is called tinge of sadness. So he feels sad. Was it because I had already done the ultimate in climbing and there would be nothing higher to climb and all roads hereafter would lead down? Okay. So in this line, writer says that what he has determined and he started a journey. So the main determination in his life is to reach the Mount Everest. So in between his destination, he had suffered with lot of problems. He gone through, okay. So he wanted to get back, go back, but he has not done like that, okay. So he wanted to reach it. That is his intention. That is his determination. But once he reached to the mountain, there he feels that what, I have climbed it. That's it. So there is nothing. There is no more height remain now. I have to go more. So only this much I have done it. So there he feels sad. Okay. So it is a past that I have climbed already. So I don't have any goals in my life now. Okay. So like that he was thinking. By climbing the summit of Everest, you are overwhelmed by a deep sense of joy and thankfulness. Okay. So here writer used to say here, when any people would suppose to if they were started a journey and they were reached to the mountain, so then what the thing they will feel? So they are happy, they feel joy, they feel excited, and they are saying thankful to whom they are supported, everything they are giving a greet to them. But actually what happened here? It is a joy which lasts a lifetime. The experience changes you completely. The man who has been to the mountains is never the same again. Okay. So the joy, so whatever he feel there when he was reached to the mountain, and whatever the joy he was gone through that, so that is ultimate. That is one of the most beautiful and one of the most changeable journey it is. Okay. So what the person he was earlier, so that person is not before. Okay. So he wanted to say here. Then that man is not the same when he was finished that job. Actually, that man is changed now. So why he is going to change? Let's see here. As I look back at life after climbing Everest, I cannot help remarking about the other summit, the summit of the mind, no less formidable and no easier to climb. Okay. So when he has reached to the Mount Everest, so there he feels that he understood that summit is similar like our mind summit. Okay. Mind summit means in our within. So we also having a lot of willpower. We also have a lot of determined mind to go and to reach that destination. That is not easy. So we are not reaching to the Mount Everest actually, but we are reaching to ourselves, in our mind. So we are overcoming with our mind problem. Okay, like negative thoughts. Okay, so I have told you. So once he has thought that why couldn't I go back to my place, my town? Because when he was started journey, there are storms, there are wind, there are iceberg. Okay, so there are so many things he has to face. He had faced it there. So there he thought that may I go back? So no. Then the mind says no. So you have to go ahead. Okay. Then no less formidable. It's difficult to overcome with the mind. See what the mind says. So like that we are act, is it? So there it is difficult to overcome this mind. So here the writer is compared mind to Mount Everest. Okay. Mount Everest, what he has achieved, it is a outer part of the world. So he achieved by his physically, but mentally he has to attain that, he has to reach that peak. Okay, so here he has to compare to mind to the Mount Everest. Even when getting down from the summit, once the physical exhaustion had gone, when he has reached to the top of the top of the point, that is the peak of the Mount Everest. So there his energy was exhausted. He felt tired. He lost his energy. I began asking myself the question, why I had climbed Everest. So once he was climbed to the Mount Everest, there he was started asking question to himself. So why I reached to the mountain this? Why I have climbed to this mountain? Okay, so he is asking to himself. So you can feel it, you can imagine that, and you can compare yourself that if we do some work, like if we have finished our homework or otherwise we have win in our any competition and we have secured a good marks in exams, okay, so it will be the highest score in the class or anything. So there you feel lot of excitement and lot of joy, and you are having lot of enthusiasm. But there we have to think more than that, and the writer is also doing that same. He's thinking more and more. So after reaching that, why I have done this? So is it so important? Because he feels so tired. His energy is exhausted. He lost his energy. Okay? Why had climbed Everest? So the question arises in his mind. Why did the act of reaching summit have such a hold on my imagination? So in his imagination, why I always thinking about I need to climb the Mount Everest? Why I am thinking like that? So why that imagination is haunt in my mind? It was already a think of past. So that is the past, what he was thinking in that way. So already it was a past. It is not a present, it is not a future, because already he was climbed Mount Everest. Okay. Something done yesterday, with every passing day, it would become more remote. And then what would remain? Would my memories fade slowly away? Okay, so what a beautiful words he is saying here. So what he has achieved, so it will become a past. It will become a past, it will remain in past only. Okay, so someday it becomes a memories then. So slowly it will be fade away. So then what he has achieved? That his achievement is a great thing actually. But he is asking to question about himself. That what I have done, is it giving peaceful to me? Is it anything else more than this? So once I have reached and when I have climbed that, so that will remain as a past, and then it is remain as a memories. Is it? Then now he is giving answers to those questions. Okay. So in this paragraph, the writer has given in writer's mind. So he arises the question. Okay, in his mind that, so is it that climbing a mountain is a very important job? If it is like that, so what that imagination, and someday it will become a past, and then it will be memories, then it will be fade away. Okay, so now he gives an answer for those questions what he has asked to himself. All these thoughts led me to the question myself as to why people climb mountains. It is not easy to answer the questions. So why? So the question is why I have climbed this Mount Everest. So that question answer, it is not easy to say that one, because they have gone through with a lot of obstacles, lot of problems. It's a lot of struggle, is it? So later they had made a history. So that thing they don't know, anybody don't know that what they have suffered with. So what they have gone through with. Okay. So now he says in that line, the simplest answer would be, as others have said, because it is there. It presents great difficulties. So the simple answer for his question, why he had climbed the Mount Everest. For that, in a simple words, he wanted to say here that because it has lot of difficulties. So that's why I have climbed Mount Everest. It presents great difficulties. Man takes delight in overcoming obstacles. So man is always been through with these obstacles. Obstacles means hurdles, problems in his life he is facing, the man is facing. The obstacles in climbing a mountain are physical. See, the Mount Everest, when a person is started his journey, so I just show you through the picture, okay. When a person started his journey, so reaching to this Mount Everest, So this is covered with the snow, okay? This mountain is covered with the snow, and there are so many what called the icebergs, and also there are what called the frost and wind. It is blowing. So reaching to the Mount Everest, it is a physical act, okay? It is a physical act. So who is suffering here? Our body. The writer's body is suffering here. Why? Because when he was started his journey, so sometimes he feel exhausted. So he can't go to the Mount Everest. So he feels that. So then again there is something in his mind that give a inspiration. Then again he was started his journey. Okay. So whatever the problems it is arises in his way. So that is the main challenging task. Okay. So that is the important one here. So here he says in this paragraph, a climb to a summit means endurance. So climbing of summit. So what is the meaning of climbing a mountain? So that means endurance, persistence and willpower. The demonstration of the physical qualities is no doubt exhilarating as it was for me also. Okay. So here what is summit means? What does this mean? Summit means endurance, then persistence, then willpower. So I will tell you what is the meaning of these words. Endurance means stamina. So when the person started his journey for a Mount Everest, that person should need a good stamina. He should need a good stamina, is it? So he can start his journey, then again he come back, and again he was take some medicines, again he take some healthy food, then again he was started his journey, again he come back. No, if there is no good health, then what is the use to be a part of this expedition? Okay, it is totally waste. So the person, he should need a good stamina, that is called endurance. The next is persistence. Persistence means, I will tell you the meaning of the persistence, continuation of activity. The started of this journey, what they have started here, that is a continuity in their activity. Okay, the activity is continuation. They have never stopped. Only they will stop, yeah, when there is any weather changes, if they cannot see it properly, because they have fixed their time, because they have carried some luggages, so which is foods and some things, then some nutritive supplements. Okay. So that one they have to take, and they can't spend the whole life, like they have took all the things for 1 month and they can reach after 2 months. Okay, so later they can bring back their dead bodies only. Okay, so that's why there is some limit. There is a time they have fixed the time. So when they have to reach to the mountain. Okay, so that should be the continuous activity. Okay, only they have to stop. So when the weather is not good, if they have to take some rest, then only in that case they have to stop. But when they feel that no, I will not do, and suddenly they feel fear about that, so they never stop this. Okay, so that is called continuation of activity. And willpower. So what is the willpower here? Willpower means determination. So determination. So having that determination, no, I have to do it. Okay, I can do it, I have to do it at any cost. If there is any dangerous things, it will be arises in my way, I can prove it, I can do it. So that is the strong willpower they need. So summit, so reaching to summit. So what it means? It means endurance, persistence and willpower. So those qualities that mountaineer should need. Okay. Then demonstration of these physical qualities is no doubt exhilarating as it was for me also. It gives very excitement. If the person who has these things, then he got a excitement about his work. Okay, otherwise no. Then so you feel that if you are a mountaineer, if you are in his place, you have to feel it now. Okay, so how he was started his journey. So that journey is very good. Yes, if you wanted to reach some low height mountains, you can go and do it. So how you feel it? You feel that why I came to this place, so suddenly you will get back. So because of lack of willpower. Okay, so what the mountaineer needs is these three: endurance, persistence and also willpower. I have a more personal answer to the question. From my childhood, I have been attracted by mountains. So again he was giving brief explanation. Again he was giving a brief answering to those questions. He was asked the question in this paragraph, in this page, in the first paragraph. Okay. So he has some personal experiences from the childhood because he is attracted to climb mountains. I had been miserable, lost when I away from mountains in the plains. So when he was not started his journey, when he was always thinking that I wanted to be a mountaineer, I wanted to climb a Mount Everest. So before that he was sad, he was in lost. Okay, so he wasn't sad, that is called miserable. Then mountains are nature and its best. So mountains, it belongs to nature, and the nature plays a very important role. Okay, then their beauty and majesty pose a great challenge, and like many, I believe that mountains are a means of communion with God. Okay, so here the writer is appreciating to the nature. So nature have wonderful quality. Okay, so that is why mountain is like that, because of the nature. Okay, nature, and he believed that mountains mountains are a means of communion with God. So those mountains are the communion of to God. So they are communicate to the God. So that's why the mountains are there in the nature. Once having granted this, the question remains, why Everest? Again there is a thought in his mind. Again there is a question arises in mind, that is, why Mount Everest? Why should I climb Mount Everest? So there is, because it is the highest. So writer, he can take any other mountains, no? Like some which are low height mountains, which is very near, like Brahmagiri hills, mountains hills are there. There is another mountains are there which is available. Okay. So he can go through with that. He can reach to that heights easily. But why he chosen Mount Everest? Because its height. Then the mightiest and has defeated many previous attempts. Mightiest means excellent, and defeat means challenges. Why? Because why he was chosen to climb a Mount Everest? Because there is a excellent Mount Everest. Okay, and also there are so many challenges in that. So while climbing Mount Everest, so there are so many challenges arises. Then many previous attempts, it takes the last ounce of one's energy. Okay, so there he can measure one's energy. Ounce means it's a measuring. Okay, so here why here writer used to say here that why I have chosen to climb Mount Everest, because it is helps to me to measure my energy. Okay, to measure my strength of energy, how much I have a strength to reach that Mount Everest. So that is the answer for that question. So why he was chosen Mount Everest? Because he wanted to check his energy, because he wanted to measure his energy, how much he has a strength. It is brutal struggle with rock and ice. It is a horrible struggle. That journey is not easy one. Okay, brutal means to put in problem for sake of reaching. Brutal means to put yourself in a problem for the sake of reaching to the top of the mountain. So that is called brutal. So brutal, it contains of rocks, it contains of ice. Okay, so that is the challenges. Once taken up, it cannot be given up halfway. So once a person who started his journey while climbing mountain, so when he was is determined himself that he cannot give up himself and he cannot return himself back. Okay, then the passage back is as difficult as the passage onwards. Okay, so he was going ahead, he was moving forward. When he was thought that no, I have to go back, then becomes more difficult. The journey becomes more difficult when he was coming back. So now he has to reach his destination. From in the halfway he can't go, and when he decided he will return to his place, so when he was ready to give up, so that becomes more difficult now. And then when the summit is climbed, there is exhilaration, the joy of having done something, the sense of battle fought and won. There is feeling of victory and of happiness. Okay. So when that summit is climbed, when the top of the peak it was climbed, top of the mountain it was climbed there. So there is a excitement, joy and the happiness. So that is different. We cannot explain it, okay? We and the writer can't explain it in words. So it was like fought like a battles and won the battle, okay? The warriors, when the warriors are fought with the enemies in the wars and battles, and later what they feel after they won the battle. So like that it was. He feel proud like that. Glimpses of peak in the distance, I get transported to another world. So when he was look back his experiences, when he was stood in the top of the mountain, so there he was different type of experience he was felt, different kind of experience he was felt, and he was seems like he was in a different world, he was in another world. Okay, I experienced a change within myself. So when he feel that he was in different world, he was in another world, then he feels that he was changing, something has changed himself. Okay, so then which can only be called mystical. Okay, so what are the changes things he's seen himself? He has checked in himself, that is mystical. Mystical means spiritual. That changes become spiritual changes. Okay, so not physical changes, not mentally changes, that is physical changes. Okay, by its beauty, aloofness, might, ruggedness and the difficulties encountered on the way, the peak draws me to it as Everest did. Okay, so here the meanings called aloofness means reserved and remote. Reserved and remote means the mountains, it is never going to change its shape. It's remain as it is like that. Okay, that is called reserved. It is fixed. And remote means it remains still there. It is not having movements. Okay, then might, personal power, and ruggedness. Okay, so ruggedness means in his self what he find, that all those things, what the qualities that Mount Everest has had. So like that he feel himself. Who? The writer. So he feel that the quality of aloofness. Aloofness means he feels something fixed. He feels something rigid. Okay. He can't move his willpower, his strength. It never going to change. And then might, he gain personal power. He got a lot of personal powers himself. Then ruggedness, broken. So broken means not broken into pieces. So whatever the problems it arises in his life, he can ready to deal with it. Okay, and the difficulties encountered on the way. And what are the difficulties when he was started his journey, and whatever the difficult arises in his way, so he did it like how the Mount Everest it seems like that he is also feeling himself. Okay, the peak draws me to it as Everest did. So what the Mount Everest, it has the qualities like that I am also has those qualities in me. Okay, so he felt like that. So today I am going to stop this lesson here. Okay, I hope that you all are enjoyed, and so it is a kind of thrill and adventure. So once a man started his journey, the writer used to say us that, so what are the problems he has faced, and what are the changes he had seen himself. So that is the thing we are discussed in this today's class. So I hope that you all are enjoyed today's class, and you are understood this class, okay, and this lesson and this concept very well. So all of you, we will meet you in the next class. So till then, all of you stay at home, keep learning. Thank you.